with bacon in my 23 quart Presto canner. Here is my bushel of green beans after I'd gotten them from the market the other day. I started at 12 o'clock at night, cutting off the ends and then snapping them into pieces around 2 inches. I really wasn't that particular about it. And here's a close-up of what they look like before I started cutting off the ends and snapping them into pieces. And once I finished, I had my 23 quart canner filled with green beans that I had cut and snapped into pieces. It took me 7 hours to do this, from 12 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning. And here I am getting ready to get them canned. I've washed my jars. I have heated up my rings and my lids, and now I'm getting ready to start canning them. And first, what I got out my canning and pickling salt, and this is all natural, Morton's canning and pickling salt. There's no ingredient in it other than salt. And I seasoned these green beans with bacon. In each of my quarts, I put approximately 1 slice of bacon in each quart before I started adding the green beans in it. So the bacon's in the bottom of the jar. And I would put the green beans in, and I would fill it up and then shake it on that little towel. I'd bump it on that towel to get as many green beans in there as I could. And then I'd put in 1 teaspoon of salt. And by bumping the jars on the table, on the rag there, I was packing down the green beans as much as I could. And once I got them all filled, I wiped the rim of the jar with a damp rag to make sure that there was nothing on the rim. And then I put my heated lids and rings on there, and I did fill my green beans up with cold water, so therefore I started my canner in cold water. And once it got up to boiling, I let it vent for 10 minutes. And the reason that I did the cold water is because in the canners, because I had packed my green beans with cold water. And then once it had been venting for 10 minutes, I put the little thingamabobby on there. I don't even know what it's called. And in my area, it's 1,135 feet, so I have to can at 11 pounds of pressure. So once it gets up to 11 pounds of pressure, then I set my timer for 90 minutes. And I let the green beans go, watching very carefully the pressure on the canner. And I ended up having 21 quarts of green beans. 2 of them didn't seal, so that was really only 19. But we did eat the 2 jars that didn't seal, and they were awesome. Then after it had been 24 hours, I took off the rings, washed the jars up, wrote down what was in the jars and the date, and there's my finished product. 19 jars of green beans from a bush, and they were really good. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Have a good night.